Six be shooting, be by stat. This the podcast, yeah, run it back. Kreativ Antics, this a classic. The mother podcast, they don't want no static. To the window, to the wall. You know the world pay attention when they talk. Kreativ Antics. Kreativ Antics.
TZ been shooting.
It be from stat right here.
All right, y'all, welcome back to Kreativ Antics. It's your girl, Steezy Visions. We got your boy, Stacks. And then we got the famous... What's your name, girl? What's your name?
What's up? I'm Fat Trophy Wife. Thank you guys
Wife.
so much for having me.
Oh, of course. Once we got like back on this shit, I was like, you already know who I want on here. Like first interview. You already
Right?
know. But yeah, we're back to have you. Huh? What'd you say, Stacks?
So I said the same.
Yeah, I was like, I already know. I was making a list and I was like, you already know my girl Trophy Wife on this shit. All right, though. But
Hell yeah.
what have you been up to? How was your day?
Everything's been going good up here. You know, we're heading into breakup, so we're starting to get a lot more sunlight.
Yeah.
Hopefully no more snow. We'll see. But I just had a big show, Baddies with Bars, over the weekend.
Oh wow.
And that was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it on
I got to see
Instagram.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah, I
really
saw
cool because
that.
I got to meet and perform with some artists that I never performed with before.
Right.
There was a girl, Chris Rowe. Her and her wife had just moved here from Texas, and the other gal, I think she's from maybe North Carolina or South Carolina.
Oh snap.
But both of them, they were dope. They were both awesome. Yeah.
I wish we had more stuff like that here. We haven't had anything here in Anchorage. When I saw that, I was hoping that the address that you put out, I was like, please let it be down here. I was like, I will go. I don't care.
Right?
I know, but of course not.
It was so
good.
much fun.
COVID.
Yeah, I know, COVID. And I wish like if Fairbanks and Anchorage were closer, it would be like, that would be crazy.
It would be a problem.
It really would be a problem. Y'all be having stuff to do up there, which is like crazy because nobody thinks like up there in Fairbanks there's a lot to do, but y'all be having like the most stuff to do. Y'all be having shows and stuff. Here I'll be like, where are the shows?
Yeah.
And what show? Oh, are you serious? You're in
yeah.
No shows. But,
That's what. So like, what's the like? One question I have for you. So what's the music scene like up there?
oh yeah.
Like up in Fairbanks?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty cool because I feel like unlike a lot of places, we get a lot of local support, and
Right.
there's a lot of local businesses that will host events and will sponsor events, like Alaska Blooms, and then like this weekend we had the big event at the Big Eye. There's a lot of people who enjoy the music and want to be a part of it. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's one thing that we kind of have a one up on, is we have more people who want to be involved and want to help evolve the music scene here.
That's true.
That's dope.
I feel like
Yeah.
that also I feel like that's very true because what was it last year? When was the awards? Was that last
Yeah,
year?
last January, I think.
Yeah, I think it was last January. And that's what they were saying with the awards, because they were like, Fairbanks, like, y'all are like really close because that's what y'all have up there. So like you said, I feel like that's true because here, I'm not gonna say people go against each other, but you see more of like everybody not in one clique. Like when y'all do events, y'all are like together. Like when it's sometimes different, but I like that about Fairbanks. That's really good. You have
Yeah,
any
it's
questions?
nice because you don't ever feel like you're not being supported,
Yeah.
which is important.
It really is.
Yeah.
It is.
Dope, though.
hmm
So I guess I'll start with my questions first. Well, actually, we can go back and forth if you want to.
Yeah, we can.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm down. Whatever you guys want to do.
I got you. All right. So my first question is, where are you from originally? And well, we just talked about it, but where do you reside now?
Yeah, so I've been in Fairbanks for like 7 or 8 years now. I lived in Anchorage for like a year before I came up here. I grew up in Ohio. That's kind of where my dad's side of the family's from. Kind of so it's in between like Indianapolis and Dayton. But like pretty much in the country, like in the middle of like I was surrounded by cornfields growing up.
So
So
you
like
so you lived on one street and Walmart was like 30 minutes away.
yeah, literally Walmart was like 30 minutes away.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. There was no like neighborhood kids to play with where I lived because we lived like literally in the middle of nowhere. Across the street was cornfields. Even like we lived on a quarter plot of land, and our house was surrounded by a field, and it was either like soy or corn. So
So let me
yeah.
ask you a follow-up question. How you get out here?
So my brother ended up coming to Alaska first, and he was working at one of the lodges. I don't even really know a lot about where he started, but he ended up really liking Alaska and moving to Anchorage. And him and I have always been really close. So I eventually moved up also.
Right. Oh yeah, I've met him several times. He is cool.
Yeah.
All right. Did you want to, that was your follow-up question, but you can go ahead with your first question.
So one thing I just been curious about, because I come from a big city. So I want to know, like, what's the pros and cons between being in a small market and because I kind of consider like Alaska, it's like a small market. And like you, I kind of see where you, like, I mean, I think I kind of got my answer in your last comment, but do you think you can take what you're doing from this small market and take it to a bigger audience?
I would say definitely yes. Just because I feel like I am so unique, but also a lot of people can relate to my message and my struggle.
Right.
So I mean, I like living in a small town. I like the like sense of community. And I don't really see myself moving unless something like big happens that forces me to move.
Right.
So I hope that kind of answers your question.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
It's understandable. You don't just get up and move for no reason, but
yeah, well, and I have a 6-year-old, so
right.
like I want him to like grow up kind of in one place and have like good roots somewhere.
Yeah, of course. Okay. All right. So my next question is, when did you start getting into music?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a good question, and it's also like hard for me to really pinpoint it because I feel like music has always been so important to me. Mm-hmm. Even before I was making it, it still was very important. But I would say like my musical journey started when I think in like middle school. I played percussion in band. I played the snare drum in concert band, and then I tried marching band really briefly, and I was not really into it. But I did that for like 4 years. Marching band is just hard, and the drum itself is really heavy.
Yeah.
So like it's hard to like hold that thing up and have it strapped to your chest. And it was super hot. I hated it. It was miserable. So the rapping started more after I moved to Fairbanks. I've always like written poetry, but never like really put it into a song form until I came up here, and I kind of just first started making beats, and I really liked doing that. It was fun.
She makes beats.
But then like when it came, I don't like a whole lot anymore. That's kind of where I started. But honestly, I just don't have a big enough hard drive to put all the loops and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I just don't. That's really why I don't do it anymore. Because I also do stuff with graphic arts and I need space
Oh,
for that too. So
didn't even know that.
yeah. I don't even
learned
remember
a
what I was
lot.
talking about.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Anything else you want to say with that?
Girl, I don't even remember what we were talking about. You're gonna have to remind me.
I got a question.
You got
I just keep going.
So what artist is your musical influence?
Or
I think every rapper singer got like the artist who they listen to and who, like, and kind of, I ain't gonna say like kind of steal, but you kind of like imitate a little bit.
I mean, there's a lot of them. I feel like I kind of was growing up when Nicki Minaj came up.
Yeah.
And she was like my first really, really big like female influence. And since then, you know, we've had like Cardi and we've had Megan, and I like them. I think they're awesome. I also like stuff like Chica. Like I like a little bit of everything. So I don't know if I can specifically say who I'm like my sound is influenced by, but I like all the female rappers. I like everything that I'm hearing.
Right.
There's so much new music, mulatto. There's so many new rappers coming out. There's so many good ones.
It is.
Shout out to Mulatto. She from my hood.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I love Mulatto though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, she's awesome.
hard. She is hard. All right. Okay, so what is one hard lesson you've learned since you started pursuing music?
One hard lesson I've learned since I started doing music is, I would say, it's probably like, at the end of the day, you have to be in control of your music and your own creative freedom.
Mhm.
And that's like the most important thing to me. And that's kind of why I got my own studio and started kind of just working more by myself more often, because it is interesting how differently you create things when you're influenced by a lot of people around you versus like being by yourself. And that's kind of how I like to approach things and have more, I don't know, more creative freedom.
So you be in the studio by yourself, just like live?
Yeah, I mean, because I have anxiety, so sometimes trying to do that when there's a bunch of people around that I don't know just isn't possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially if I'm at someone else's studio, there's people that I don't really know very much there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely am more comfortable like at my own studio at home. Sure.
I understand that, because like even when like doing videos and stuff, I guess I don't know if people think I automatically come off talkative or like I'm just outgoing. Like I'm outgoing, but I have to like be around you. Like when you just invite me somewhere, or if we're just for like first working together, like I get anxiety too, because I'm like, okay, I came in thinking that we were gonna do this, and now you're like, everybody who's with you in the room is like, no, we're gonna do this. We should do this, and I feel like,
y'all want honest opinions?
What?
Y'all want honest opinions?
Oh God, what?
Y'all need to get over that shit, bro.
No, how you gonna get over it? Okay, I'm sorry. You just cured my anxiety. Thank you. Get over it. That works. Thank you, Stacks.
You trying to be in the music industry, there's gonna be a lot of people around you.
That don't mean you can't have like anxiety. Like it's not that you're trying to have anxiety. You're really trying to control the situation.
It's no secret. I'm a producer, and that's my niche. But you know, I also dabble in like the artist stuff too. So I can have 1 million motherfuckers in the studio, or it could just be me, and it's gonna come out the same. I mean, and that's the kind of approach you probably gotta take.
At the end of the day, like if I'm doing a video or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
we might be talking about it. You might get your little say-so in of what you want to do, but if me and you had a conversation, it's gonna go how me and you want to go. Not your home girl, not your homeboy, not your girlfriend or your boyfriend.
But you
Huh?
gotta listen. Said, nah, you gotta listen to them because they the people that they the consumer. So they
Okay, I
know.
listen to them, but when stuff this is too much when something is already being handled, we're already in a time. And now I'm gonna have to like your people are wasting your time because you like now you sitting there like, oh yeah, we should do that now. And then you change it.
I mean, if they,
No, like people like that's what happens.
I mean, if they paying, you gotta do. You gotta go.
But
With
that's what I'm saying, creative control, because when I'm doing videos too, I like to have creative control. You came to me for my creativeness and your creativeness together. Now, some people come to me and be like, put something together completely because I don't know what I want to do. Okay, so if I give you something and then we get there, and then you're like, oh yeah, but my homegirl said we should have like something falling from the ceiling or something. Like that's something we can't do at that time. You should have like, you know, maybe next video, not this one. That's how I feel. Like, and I don't like that shit. Drives me crazy. Like I don't like it. Like that's why I like did contracts now because this is what we're gonna do. It might change up a little bit, but this is what you paid me for. This is your budget. This is what we're doing. That's it. And I tell people in my contract now, do not bring 10, 20 people and 10 kids because it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like
I feel you.
it doesn't want to
Wow.
work like that. Yeah. And if you do that and if you violate that as soon as we get there, well, I got your money. You signed the contract. Gotta go. Yes.
Wow.
And I promise you, them big videographers do the same thing. Don't waste your time. You're wasting my time and yours.
They gotta bring the whole hood out, bro.
Okay, if they're in, you're being different. All right, bringing the whole hood out, being in the music video, fine, cool, okay. I don't like this. Hey, you should go to the left a little more. Oh, go to the right. Oh no, zoom in on his face. No,
the micromanaging. Yeah, we don't.
Like stay over here. Don't be behind me, or go away completely. You can't work like that. It just like that's me coming in your freaking studio and being like, you should probably move that a little this way, move that way.
Oh, it's one person that, cause I got a studio. I do every fucking thing. I mix, master everything, and like somebody come over here, I don't learn to just do it how they want to do it, even though that shit be fucked up. I just like, I'm just gonna do it.
But the thing is, at the end of the day, if you do it and it don't sound good or it don't look good, are you gonna be upset by that?
No, that's your song, cuz.
But you produced it. That's what I'm kind of like. That might be that person's song, but they're gonna hear that beat like that shit is trash.
I'm saying the mix don't sound good, but the rest of that shit I ain't had nothing to do with it. Mixed it.
So you just gonna go around telling me I ain't had nothing to do with that part though. That was all him.
That's how you like it. All right.
I mean, it's different. What's your next question, Stacks? I think that was that mine?
Huh?
Go ahead.
What's my next question?
I got you if you don't remember.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying yours.
Nah, what you gonna ask?
I was gonna say, oh yeah, I said the hard part. Okay, so far, like since you started music, what has been your favorite project?
My favorite project is probably the one that I did a couple years ago with D Gutta. We released Trill Shit together, and that was so much. It was so much fun to work on, and that was also like, because I also get what you're saying, like Stacks, by like you need to get over being in front of people and being more comfortable with that situation, and that working with him really helped me with that, because we would always be at his studio, like on his time, you know, whoever was there, and we still were working on this project, so we just had to keep going. But the project turned out dope. It was awesome, and it like that's why like I'm kind of torn, because like it's tricky, especially when you are providing a service. Like sometimes people's opinions can get in the way, and so you have to kind of find a way to please everyone.
Yeah. I feel that. I understand that.
I feel that too.
Honestly.
Yeah, it can be tricky.
Yeah,
But
you care about opinions, but sometimes I care about opinions when it comes to like projects, because I'm like you said, like it's it's people who this is going to, so you want to listen to what they're saying, but sometimes if it gets overwhelming, like you're like,
I mean,
okay, you might have to go with your gut because
Yeah.
you're a creator at the end of the day.
right.
I mean, everybody
Yeah.
got their own creative process, though.
Yeah.
You know, like I was just saying, like you just gotta kind of like thrive in any atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I've
that's
learned
what
that definitely since I've been here. Like honestly, you just gotta tough that shit out sometimes, because you can't just be like, all right, y'all. Well, since y'all can't figure it out, I'm gone. Like you literally have to stay there and figure shit out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to figure it out regardless.
Right.
But it's gonna get done either way, because you don't want to get a bad rep of being like, well, they didn't do this, so I left with their money. You don't
Right.
want that. Like, however, if they're like one of those repeated people who like, oh, they don't want to pay the rest of this, or they don't want to do that, they got too many people, they're changing.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. When stuff comes in like that, it becomes a repetitive thing. Like, I just can't do it. I can't deal with it. And you shouldn't. And you just got to tell them people, because you don't want them going to somebody else and doing the same thing. I don't think that's fair, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. You got a question, Stacks?
Yeah. So do you see your music going outside of Alaska? Like, can you see yourself getting played in Atlanta or Memphis, somewhere like that? Or are you?
It's such a big question.
How do you know it's not already there now?
I mean, I'm sure it is in some places, you know what I mean? Because I stream on Spotify. But I think so, because especially because of the type of music I make and I enjoy making, like I especially like to make club music.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Like I want to make people dance and feel good and like have a good time.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's exactly the type of place that my music should be and will be.
Okay. I like that answer.
Me too, because I feel that. I want to hear some club music all the time.
He always says that.
I tell her that all the time. So do you so how do you think it's harder for a female artist versus a male artist? Like the trials and tribulations, which one you think is harder? Being a female?
I don't know that one is necessarily harder than the other, because they both come with their like unique difficulties. Like I feel like we have an advantage as women because there's less of us trying to rap. And so I feel like it's a little bit easier for females who are not as technically like, you know, they're not as technical, they're not as good of a rapper as I would say like another man, but he won't make it just because there's so many guys that are rapping.
Right.
But at the same time, like I feel like as females we have our like own unique set of challenges, because we often are like having to operate underneath men.
Yeah.
So it kind of comes with its own unique set of challenges, but I would say it's difficult for both. But at the end of the day, your music speaks for itself.
I feel like that's a big thing too. Like with that question too, I feel like it's an obvious, like we've seen the music scene, like you can tell obvious, like women and men, but the trial and tribulation thing, I think comes with the person. Like it's not just like all women or all men.
I feel like women been winning like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Like I think they've been more at the forefront than males, but this is my opinion.
Yeah. And I think when I'm looking at awards like the Grammys and stuff, like you see like when you look at the awards and stuff and it'd be like male rappers, you see it rarely says the first male rapper. It's always the first female rapper to do something.
Yeah.
Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's now happening. Like over time, that's been happening. So I feel like with males being in that stuff, like they're setting like new standards. However, women are coming up really because a lot of these women, like Megan's being the first to do this. Beyonce was the first to do this as a woman. They're saying as a woman, not as artists. They're telling her as a woman, she's the first one to do it. So I think like what you're saying, like within the past 2 years, even with the last 5-6 years, women have really been doing their thing in the music industry, to be honest. And they're getting more and more creative. And with this new demographic of females coming up, whether people like what they're saying or not, it's real. And that's how that's how they're projecting that. This is how I came up. This is like you said, well, that's what people like to hear, and that's what they're giving.
Nah, I mean, I told you on multiple occasions I hate female rappers.
Yeah.
But
that's such a strong like hate word. I mean,
I love Cardi.
Yeah.
Cardi can't do no wrong.
But she did some wrong the other day.
I like, she did what?
She did some wrong the other day. I remember I vouched for her the other day. She didn't do wrong.
She didn't do no wrong.
Okay, y'all keep talking. I'm gonna bring up the video. You tell me if she did wrong or not.
She was right.
She was right doing what?
I don't care what I don't know what she did.
I ain't never seen Cardi perform like this. I had to leave the room when she performed. I almost didn't know who she was. That's what I was mad about, bro. No. I'm not even, I probably won't even, no, here you go.
It's wild.
Yep, and it was, she got like good in like the end when Megan was coming out, of course. Megan did her thing. Cardi, I was like, you didn't even have to perform if you didn't want to. You look like you didn't want to be up there. That's how she really looked. She was just doing all the thing like, now from the top, so wet. Like she was not into it at all. Hold on. Well, hold on. I'm gonna do my next question first. Then I'll go watch her little video. All right. So other than music, I mean, obviously you have a job and shit. What are your other endeavors? What are your other endeavors other than music?
So I own a salon, and I do that. That's my day job.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. I just opened that a couple months ago. And it's going awesome. So I do that. I also do graphic arts. That's my like little side job.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah. Do what?
I'm gonna send you a mixtape cover.
Yeah. Yeah. I do a lot of stuff like that. I love doing it.
Okay. I need to come to your salon. I said I was gonna come there earlier because I thought I was. But with this COVID stuff, and then when the snow came, I was like, there's no way I can make it up there.
Right?
It's a terrible, I can't drive. I'm scared to drive back up there, to be honest. I'm gonna fly next time.
Yeah, I would wait at least another month or two because it's too slushy and icy.
Exactly. Okay, because never mind, we're not, you told me not to talk about it.
Oh, now we gotta talk about it.
Oh no. Because it involves both of us.
Oh,
we're gonna leave our personal jobs out of this.
Yeah.
Y'all personal fuckery.
Yeah.
I sell drugs. I was joking.
I'm joking. You got another question?
I had another question. I can't remember it though.
Remember you sent me your questions. I got you.
I did.
All right. Oh yeah, you said he wants to ask, how do you feel about the hip hop scene in general, like the rap scene, hip hop?
I'm gonna on there. So, like, do you lean more? Like, I think I already kind of got my answer. For what you said.
Now?
I already kind of got my answer, but go ahead.
Oh, with like the hip hop scene. I I feel like I like and I dislike the hip hop scene. I think that there's definitely a long way to go. I feel like there's still a lot of like there's still a lot of homophobia and there's still a lot of like sexism
You think so?
that we need to like overcome.
You think so?
Yeah.
Especially with the hip hop community.
So I
Yeah,
feel like-
definitely.
I feel like the women winning, and then I just seen Lil Pump post some like he got like the nails and stuff today, and nobody blinked.
Okay, but the thing is, you're saying it. That don't mean people are one liking it and not talking about them because they are that. They're making accusations. Like that's still going on. That's what she's saying. Like, why does it even have to be that at all? Like everybody gets their opinion, but when you're making like a big scene about it, like that's when it gets old. Like it's not like it's 2021. Like
Well, and it's definitely like I'm not saying there hasn't been any progress because like even you just saying that, like you're right, like 10 years ago there's no way that would have been acceptable. Like there's no way. So things are changing, but I think that there's always still room for improvement.
yeah.
And those are the two things that I would like to see like happen, you know, continue to progress in the future.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that a lot. Like it has came a long way because a lot of the stuff going on would not have gone on back in the day.
I mean, you gotta think about a gay rapper had like one of the biggest songs of the decade.
Yeah. I remember when Young M.A. came out too, and like
Oh yeah.
you had just never like that had never happened before.
That is true.
And it's sad that it had never happened before because she's dope.
That is what?
The Brat.
Oh, you know what? I always forget that the Brat was gay. Is gay.
Huh?
I said I've always forgot that she was gay. Like I don't know why. I always forgot she was gay. Yeah, the Brat. You're all right.
I think it's more acceptable on the female side, but on the male,
It is.
it done got there though. It done got there though.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like she said, it's still like everybody's still gonna have their opinion. You're right to have your opinion, but it don't mean you gotta, I guess, shame people or do anything. Like you can keep your mouth closed and just respect people. They're gonna most of the time respect you anyway. They're just trying to do what they do in the same way that you are. So I think it's a respect thing. Like a lot of the time too. Like you don't have to say your opinion while I'm around or something. Just you stay in your lane, I'll stay in mine.
Right.
I tell people all the time, I feel like the internet, I ain't gonna say the internet, social media make people feel more important than what they really are. Like, why do you feel like your opinion is important? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but that's where they put it at because a lot of people
all the time.
who spread like hate and stuff, they're not gonna say that in public to anybody.
Yeah. Like you're not gonna tell me you're not gonna say fuck you in my face because you don't ass in the face.
It's easy. You can click clack all day, but you ain't gonna see them face to face. And if you did, guess what? You wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah.
The internet, I feel like social media in general has like it's been I just told him the other day, like them gossip sites, I've not been on there for 2 years.
Fuck with him.
He be like, last time he was like, I know all the drama. And I'm like, I don't. I was like, because, you know, as a creator, I wanted to see stuff on my social media that related to me and gossip wasn't it. However, we're having a podcast and stuff. Sometimes that's what people want to hear about or know your opinion about and want to see. So
yeah,
I got back one.
Right.
You know what I was doing before we got on here?
What?
I was watching Love and Hip Hop.
And the thing is, when I first met you, I don't take you as a love and hip hop man.
Look, man, I like watching other people's drama. It's entertaining. So that's what I do.
This is true. I used to watch so much love and hip hop. You got any more questions?
April beat up Fierce today.
I wouldn't know that unless Jay told me. I don't be knowing who these people are.
Shout out to Jay.
Oh yeah, she was like, no, I'm getting on there. She was like, no, it's gonna be lit. I'm getting on there. I was like, I know. So she gonna be on here one day. I gotta schedule her in. And she knows you're gonna have a lot to say. A whole lot to say. You got
That's
any more
my-
questions?
Nah, I'm good, man.
All right. Well, thank
I feel like I
you.
know- I feel like I know Fat Trophy Wife, man.
Huh?
I
It
feel
was
like
nice meeting you again.
I know. Yeah.
We gotta work. We gotta work on something though.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Oh, shall see you
I
bring
would love
it
to.
together. That's what Kreativ Antics does. We're bringing
Right.
creatives together. But all right, it was lovely having you. If you guys want to be on her Instagram or follow her on Instagram, it's at Fat Trophy Wife. Do you have any other like, what's your music on Spotify? Do you want to say that?
Yeah. Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere like that. Just look up Fat Trophy Wife. My stuff will pop right up for you. I have some videos on YouTube that are shot by you, of course. So check those out. Yeah, just pretty much Google Fat Trophy Wife. Anything that you want to find will pop right up for you. And thank you guys so much for having me.
Of
No
course,
time.
of course.
No. Which these be shooting.
Steezy be shooting. Oh yeah, I changed my name. I like Steezy. I like Steezy be shooting.
Be shooting.
Steezy be shooting. All right, thank you guys. Love you guys. Peace till next week.